Namaskar, I am Ritika Thakur and in today's video we will discuss about abduction and kidnapping. In a simpler way, we'll also try to understand the difference between these two. So this is the requested video and let's begin with the sections. So beginning from section 359 with stipulates for two types of kidnapping. One is from India and second is from lawful guardianship. Section 360 of the IPC talks about the kidnapping within India and sending that kidnapped person without his or her consent outside India or beyond the boundaries of India. Section 361 talks about kidnapping from lawful guardianship, means that you are kidnapping a boy who is below 16 years or a girl who is below 18 years either by using a force or enticing that person without the consent of his or her legal guardians or without the consent of the person that boy or a girl is in legal custody of. Section 361 also talks about one exceptions which says of the good faith and mistake of fact. For example, I am in some crowded place. I thought someone else's child to be mine. I brought that child with me because that child did not cry or did not make any noise. But when later on I realized that this child is not mine, and I took all the reasonable actions I could to make that child meet his parents, so I won't be held liable for the kidnapping because I had the bona fide intentions and that was a mistake of fact. Also that I did not do any unlawful or immoral act. So before heading towards the punishment section for the kidnapping, it would be better to understand the meaning of lawful guardianship first. Lawful guardianship means when someone is a natural guardian or someone has been entrusted with the custody by the natural guardian or someone has been given the custody by the court. So now let's get into the punishment section, which is section 363 of the Indian Penal Code that provides for up to imprisonment of 7 years and fine. This is a cognizable, non-bailable and a non-compoundable offence. So now talking of the abduction, section 362 of the Indian Penal Code provides for the abduction. So let's try to understand it in a simpler words, which means that when someone forcefully compels some other person or deceitfully makes that person to move or go from one place to another place, then that person is said to have been committed the offence of abduction under section 362. Now it is important to note that it is an inchoate offence and it is always has to be read with some other section. For example, because abduction is not per se liable. Let's take an instance. For example, if I call up a person to make that person come to my place and I say that it's party going on here and you can come and join me, and after calling up that person, when that person comes and I wrongfully confine that person, so I will be held liable not alone under section 362 but section 362 read with section 342, because section 342 provides for the punishment for wrongfully confining someone. So this was about abduction, and now let's try to understand some minor and important difference between abduction and kidnapping. So first difference would be that of age. If a person kidnapped is below the age of 16 and is a boy, and a girl is age of 18, then it shall be kidnapping. If it's above these ages, then it will be abduction. So and second difference would be of per se liability. For kidnapping, one is per se liable. Even if after you have kidnapped someone and you have not done anything wrong with that person after kidnapping, so you will still be liable for kidnapping under section 363. But if you have called someone and that person came on your call but you did not do anything wrongful thereafter, so you won't be held liable for any offence because you did not commit any offence, so you won't be held liable for abduction, because abduction is not per se liable and it is always read with some other section. Okay, I would also like to add on one point here that if the offence is compoundable or non-compoundable, bailable or non-bailable, cognizable or non-cognizable, so that depends on the offence you have committed after abducting that person. I hope that is clear to you. So let's do very important, interesting and common section pertaining to kidnapping and abduction. All of you might have heard in the news channels, films or serials, or maybe in your real life as well, that इतने की फिरौती मांग रहा है या इतने पैसे डिमांड कर रहा है. तो this is mentioned under section 364A of the Indian Penal Code, which is titled as kidnapping or abduction for the ransom. So the one who kidnaps or abducts demands for the money, and this is punishable either with the death or the life imprisonment. It is a cognizable, non-bailable and a non-compoundable offense. So yeah, this was about kidnapping, and I have tried to put that in a simpler possible way to make each of you understand. But still, if you got any confusion or any queries, then please do let me know. I would love to solve your queries and questions. And if you have any other request video I should do, then please do let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.